disorganised at times. It takes a little bit of time to sort that out, but I like to see the forwards being sharp and quick. You know, Malouda, Nelka, these guys, Kalou being involved, getting forward and really looking sharp in and around the penalty area.
Just got a glimpse of Carlo Ancelotti there, just following the Chelsea team out as they make their way out to the centre. We assume that the squad numbers will remain the same, as most of them are for this season. Yossi Benayoun wearing number 10, the shirt vacated by Joe Cole, of course.
Lucky man, I used to like that shirt. Yeah, I certainly hope he doesn't or isn't expected to be the same as Joe Cole. You know, he has to stamp his own style on the game or in the squad, but he needs to be involved. He's the type of guy who needs to be on the ball.
At Liverpool,
we'll take that then.
We'll certainly take that. There's a look at the Eintracht Frankfurt lineup. Not too many new faces in their side. Their coach Michael Skibber has only brought in a couple of players. Georgios Tavales wearing number 31 there is one of the new faces in the starting lineup. Theofanis Gekas, who's a name possibly that you might know from his time with the Greek team. Chelsea's team shows two survivors from the team that started against Ajax. Jeffrey Bruma and John Obi Mikel remain in the starting lineup. Yossi Benayoun, as we said, makes his debut. John Terry, Solomon Kalou and Nicolas Anelka all make their first appearances of the season.
Well, it says everything when there's only two players that survived from the last pre-season friendly, and that just explains it really, why, you know, we might.
Vladimir Klitschko, whose next fight against Alexander Povetkin will be here in November. It's a multi-purpose stadium as Eintracht Frankfurt get us underway in the red and black stripes. Also seen gigs by the likes of the Rolling Stones and Bon Jovi in this stadium since it was rebuilt for that 2006 World Cup, and the pitch looking at... Again, Eintracht had plenty of players back behind the ball. Nice touch from Amantidis. Touch of Ochs on the chase, but misplaced pass again should allow John Terry to tidy this one up, although pass to Hilario just caused the goalkeeper a few problems. Amantidis and Chelsea in all sorts of trouble, and Eintracht Frankfurt will take the lead. It's Patrick Ochs, the right-sided midfielder, who has snuffled that one up and put the Germans in to the lead, but that won't have pleased Carlo Ancelotti. A terrible mix-up between John Terry and Hilario, and in the end Eintracht Frankfurt have made Chelsea pay for some slack defending.
That was chaos at the back, wasn't it? I mean, it was atrocious play, lack of communication. Whether Hilario's come out and said anything as a goalkeeper, we don't really know. We can't hear from there, but this is a dreadful bit of defending. I think he was going to allow the ball to roll all the way through. All of a sudden John Terry just touches the ball to him, so obviously he can't pick it up. Well, really, he should just be putting his foot through it and clearing his lines under those circumstances. You can't start dribbling as a goalkeeper. They always get caught out. Frankfurt maybe also a little bit fortunate to eventually score, but they just pop it into the open net. And we're suffering the consequences. Poor defending by Chelsea, as we always say. Best we happens in our Premier League. This clearance by Mario.
Here's another chance. Patrick Ochs, who scored the first, can he seize another opportunity? Two in the centre, all unmarked. It was Gekas who hit it goalwards, and Hilario saves with his legs.
He's made up for the poor clearance, hasn't he? Dreadful clearance by Hilario. His footwork hasn't been the best in this game so far. And he stood up well, made a terrific save from point blank range there.
Well, here come Eintracht Frankfurt again, driven in. I'm not too sure that didn't come off the post. Gekas is there again. It's eventually driven over the bar by Alexander Meyer.
I think Hilario's made a good save at the near post here. I'm not sure if the post helped him out as well, but certainly was point blank range. But again, we're at 6s and 7s, we're all over the place. Getting behind is driven in towards that near post, and it was a good save.
You redeem yourself twice there. Sebastian Young, four players around, and Amantidis should have done better. He's pulled it just wide, but once again Chelsea's marking leaving a lot to be desired on the edge of the penalty area, and Ioannis Amantidis just pulls that shot wide.
Yeah, some weak defending, isn't it? Seems to have players in abundance inside the penalty area.
Brief summary: the first half is that Chelsea here have work to do in the second if they're to avoid a second consecutive.
Play a certain length of time in that first half, and they knew the changes that were coming at half time. barring emergencies, of course, you know, injuries or whatever. But it's more about who's stayed on, I think, Mark, than.
Malouda still going, created the angle for the shot, but again, the execution on the end of it wasn't quite right.
Again, good play though by Chelsea around this left-hand flank. Patrick Van Aanholt slides a lovely little ball through to Florent Malouda, who does everything he can to try and create the opportunity himself. Sets it up for the strike on goal. On his weaker right foot.
Now Malouda. Matic. Essien twisting and turning and again makes the angle for the shot, but again it's just off target. Scored in the 1-0 win at Crystal Palace. Michael Essien wasn't too far away there.
Yeah, again, the game now starting to be played properly, you know, and again a good ball in by Michael Mancian initially. Fabio Verini had slipped over in the box, but Malouda keeps the ball. No real conviction on the ball into the box.
Over the top again for Goles, who took it first time and just wide of the post. Thumbs up for the pass.
It's a good chance, isn't it? Just clipped over the top of Ricardo Cavalli, who possibly was just out of position. Super little flighted ball over the top. Goles has to take this first time. Really doesn't make good contact with the ball. It's on his weaker left foot. Hits the ball into the ground, but we've seen those bobble into that far bottom corner. I would suggest that perhaps if it was in the corner, I think Hilario would have got to this one, because not a great time. If this was next week, I don't think it'd be a very pretty sight.
Van Aanholt. Nice positive run from the youngster Lampard. Farman got the touch, but Frank Lampard will finish, and Chelsea are back on level terms. I suppose it could go down as a goalkeeping error. Ralph Farman, the goalkeeper, came. Lampard was persistent, and in the end it was a simple tap-in for Chelsea's second-half skipper. Lampard marks his return for 17 minutes in with the equalising goal. It's 1-1.
Now lovely to see the burst from Patrick Van Aanholt. Gets in a good position. Burst between players. The gap was there for him, and he took it, which is lovely to see from a youngster. Then we see the gap. He burst through there. Just a little bit of a toe puck. He just pokes it through for Frank Lampard. I don't think the goalkeeper was the bravest there, or fancied the challenge. As you see the ball bobbling around, just bounces off of Frank's chest. And the goalkeeper takes his eye off the ball completely, and Frank's in with an easy tap-in. And we'll see it again. Not too sure what the goalkeeper's doing. He's going with his legs, not really convincing.
Again, it's Umit Korkmaz that will play the ball in. It's a better one this time. There's a little bit of shirt tugging going on, and I think he's given a penalty. Certainly felt there was some shirt tugging in the penalty area, spotted by the referee, and Eintracht Frankfurt will have the chance to retake the lead.
Well, on first viewing, I think he's made the right decision. It's Matic, isn't it? Far post. It's Matic at the far post. Just loses his marker, and there we see the shirt being tugged. Well, you can understand why the penalty has been given. Disappointing, but Matic gets lost by his marker, really. And should have done a lot better, got himself into a better position. Well, let's see what Hilario can do.
It's Halil Altintop, who blasts it straight down the middle. That's the way to take a penalty. Sheer power from the Turkish striker, and Eintracht Frankfurt have the lead. It was Marco Reus that was brought down. 25 on Wednesday, an early birthday present is his side retaking the lead. It's Halil Altintop with a well-taken penalty that restores Eintracht Frankfurt's lead. It's 2-1.
Well, maybe a lack of concentration, lack of experience perhaps by Nemanja Matic. As we see, Altintop just blast it straight down the middle.
Half cleared away. Sebastian Rode rolls it back to his goalkeeper, Ralph Farman, as the referees